Perfect. Thank you, Sam. And hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. I am Isabel Ocampo. So I am the talent acquisition advisor here at Beca, and I also lead the graduate and internship recruitment campaigns. So thought I'd start by sharing this video, just really showing what it truly means to belong at Beca. Hopefully I can get this video to work. Hopefully everyone can see that and would hear that as well.
Now you guys have to be quiet. This is very important.
All right.
Oops, additional cast member in the scene.
Oops. Let that go away.
If I had to describe Beca in one word, I think it would be inclusive.
Exciting.
Evolving. Care.
Care.
Care for our clients, the people that we work with, our partners, and the wider community.
Unique.
Flexible.
I'd say dorky, but in the way that in-jokes in your family can be a bit dorky. And, you know, it makes you feel like you belong, like you're in the right place.
Beca is a very supportive work environment. Your voice is really heard.
I definitely feel empowered to be able to make decisions on my own.
Your ideas are valued, regardless of your job description.
We work together as a team, and by virtue of that, we come up with great solutions.
I get very excited when someone comes to me with an interesting challenge that needs solving.
And there is absolutely no better reward than seeing your ideas come to life.
Beca is as big or as little as you want it to be. We work on massive projects and small projects. Take your pick.
That adaptability makes you realise, oh no, hang on, we're developing a culture that's unique and something that's special.
We're making a mark in society. We're leaving positive legacies, how we treat our rainbow community, joining up to help Indigenous communities and understanding Indigenous culture.
As part of the green team, I reduce our carbon footprint.
We're anchored by our values.
People matter very much in Beca.
Everyone's different here. We've got people who are a bit more introverted, we've got extroverted, people in between.
I think we've all got our quirks. I'm one of the quirkier. And I think it's just acknowledged and valued.
A strong seat of just accepting people as they are.
Lifelong friends created here.
After 25 years at Beca, that's why I'm still here.
Not really a PowerPoint pro. So in that video, I guess the takeaway is that here at Beca, we do believe that diversity is a strength. So we celebrate differences of skills, experiences, background, and passions. And we're really passionate about recruiting young talent. So young talent and developing them. So please do make sure you look into a graduate program. So yeah, and welcome again, and thank you for having me. A bit about Beca. So Beca is one of Asia Pacific's largest engineering consulting company, currently sitting at 3,300 amazing employees. Our purpose, which we're very passionate about, is to make every day better for our communities. And in terms of young talent, being passionate about that, we employ about 150 graduates at least. I believe the number this year have increased drastically. So I think we're looking at 190 graduates to recruit this year, and 70 plus summer interns across Australia and New Zealand. So we have a huge range of graduates joining different disciplines such as science, engineering, planning, arts background, just to name a few. And yeah, so really exciting as well that we were voted #1 engineering consulting graduate employer by Grad New Zealand for 2021. So just some key information in regards to this year's grad recruitment campaign. So applications have opened since yesterday, 14th of March, and it will run for exactly 2 weeks, closing on the Monday, 28th of March. Intern recruitment that happens mid-year. So applications open from late July onwards. So we do encourage you to follow us on our socials, as we always promote them a few weeks and a few days prior. So follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, and on our Beca graduate Facebook page. And just an overall snapshot of the things we look for in these applications: your previous experience, your grades, interests outside of university, student bodies you have been or are a member of. And again, that just attention to detail, the little things like looking for the spelling and grammar, making sure your cover letter and your CV is addressed to the right company. We do receive thousands of applications, but we do review each and every one of them, and we read every cover letter. So that to us matters as well, the little things. So in this slide, you'll see the different opportunities that we are recruiting for the graduate campaign for the 2023 grad program. So locations here are listed. So New Zealand, we do recruit a huge chunk of New Zealand students, but also in Australia. So you'll see the different locations here in Aussie and the different vacancies at the top in yellow. So as you can see, we will be looking for architectural graduates this year, civil engineers, digital consultants, electrical engineers, fire engineers, flood modeling engineers, geotechnical and geologists, what else? Management consultants, mechanical engineers, planners, process engineers, project management, structural engineering, as well as sustainability advisors. So those vacancies are all live now and they've opened tomorrow. So like I've said, make sure you jump into our Beca graduate webpage to have a look at those vacancies. And here is just an overview of the recruitment process, so how it's happening this year. So applications, just the standard, making sure you apply online through our system, but we also ask you to complete a video application. So that's included in the instruction. So make sure you complete both. And again, applications close after 2 weeks, which is the 28th of March, and only then we would start screening after applications have closed. And after that would be the candidate kickoff session. So if you are successfully shortlisted, you'll be invited to attend a candidate welcome virtual session. So these is exciting. So we're only introducing this step of the process this year. So it's a virtual welcome session. It's a cool way to connect with the business. Plus, senior leaders will be in the call to talk about Beca, their journey in Beca, the cool projects we have been involved in, what to expect in the interview process as well. And there will also be a Q&A session with us and our existing grads. So it'll be a great way from a candidate's perspective just to hear from Beca grads and what their story and experiences are since they've joined the grad program. And then after the welcome sessions, interviews will kick off, and that's for the first 2 weeks of May. The interviews will consist of the standard behavioral-based interview structure, but there will also be a case study assessment. So that case study, you'll be given access to that once you've been booked for an interview. And so there's plenty of time to prepare for that. So, just an FYI for that case study, that is in no way a written assessment, and we're not assessing your technical skills at all. So it's more of how you think and communicate your ideas. So it's more of a verbal assessment, and we have allocated 10 to 15 minutes of that discussing the case study within that 45-minute interview. So we don't expect you to commit to more than 2 hours of preparation when it comes to that. Yeah, so after that interview process and the case study exercise, if you're successful, employment offers go out that same month of May or earlier, and then we'll do onboarding once you start 2023 next year, which is exciting. So some tips and tricks that may be handy when you're applying for the roles. Application form, a presentable CV makes a difference. So we really want to get to know you. So don't forget to include any summer internships you've been a part of, work experiences, team projects, university roles, extracurricular activities, and personal interests. And with the video application, so what we're really aiming is just for you to be relaxed and be authentic. Think about why you really want to work for Beca and why you're passionate about your field of study. And the interview process, just make sure you've done your research about Beca. It's also the perfect opportunity to get to know us and the team. So don't be afraid to ask questions, and also your timeliness and presence count. So it's all about making a good impression. And again, so we don't expect you to be experts in your technical field as a grad or as an intern applicant. So don't forget to also enjoy the whole recruitment process. So a bit about the graduate program itself. So you can expect to work on real projects, real jobs for our clients right from the get-go. And you really get the chance to connect regularly with our leaders and be involved in exciting projects. So here in this table, you'll see you get to be involved in virtual conferences, networking events. There's also regular lunchtime sessions, catching up with other grads, the structured learning, and there's also mentorship involved, regular feedback and support, one-on-one coaching, and just getting stuck into exciting projects. So where to from here? Like I mentioned, please do check out our Beca grad webpage. Our vacancies are now live. Also, make sure you connect with me and Beca grads on LinkedIn. Ashley Jones, who couldn't make it today, she is our lead for the Beca graduate program. She's unfortunately unwell today, but also don't hesitate to connect with her via LinkedIn as well. We're always happy to help out and hear from potential applicants and current applicants of our graduate and internship programs. I think I have 5 minutes left.
Yeah, you got a couple of minutes left. Yeah. Isabel, looks like there's a couple of questions that might have popped into the chat that might be worthwhile. I've got a question here from Maria. Which says, she says, as recruitment manager, do you see postgrads, PhDs without any industry experience fitting into graduate roles? Or, in your opinion, are those students at a disadvantage? Not at all, no. So we do recruit or hire postgraduate or candidates with masters or even with several years experience already. I guess it's just a matter of us deciding whether you fit into our first year graduate program cohort. So there have been some scenarios or situations where we recruit graduate and they get automatically placed into our second year program as opposed to first. So that's, yeah, that's definitely a possibility. And we consider all applicants from all levels of qualifications. I hope that answers your question. We had another question from Ben, just asking for a bit of clarity. So does Beca offer remote work at all, or is it all on site or in the office? Remote working, yes, definitely, especially now. It will also be dependent on the projects that you are required to be involved in. So that would have to be like a case
by case situation depending on the team you're applying for and what projects they're currently working for. But definitely some, especially the internship that has just gone this year or last year, they've they basically completed their whole internship remotely because of COVID restrictions. So remote working is definitely workable and possible, especially at situations happening in the world today.
Fantastic. Well, I think that just about wraps us up, to be honest, Isabel.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for your, let me just do that. Thanks so much for your time today, and thanks for everyone for the great questions. Was there a way that a student should get in contact with you after the event as well, Isabel? Or
yes, connect with us via LinkedIn, my personal LinkedIn or Beca LinkedIn page, but also becca.graduates@becca.com. Here, I'll type it in the chat just so we.
Fantastic. While you're doing that, I'll say a big thanks to you for your time today with great presentation.